vast kind of tissue that is found in the body of human beings. Now, talking about the nervous tissue, we know that the brain, the spinal cord, and all the nerves that are associated with our conduction and impulse, all of those are made up of nervous tissue. Now, talking about nervous tissue, we know that one unit of the nervous tissue is called as the neuron. Now, this neuron, it is extremely important because it is the excitatory, or you can say excitatory cell, meaning once it will receive any impulse, it will get excited in that way. Now, the cells of the nervous tissue, they are highly specialized. We know that. Why? Because they generate impulse as soon as the receptor receives the signal. For example, you people listen, if I ask you something, the voice that I'm producing, that comes to your ears, and immediately you act upon it, right? If I say your name, you people say yes ma'am, no ma'am, or anything of that sort, isn't it? So that is according, the reason why you are able to respond rapidly to me, it's because of the quick and efficient nervous system that we have. So the nervous system is very specialized, and it is like specialized. So yes, someone saying something?
No.
Nothing, ma'am.
Okay. So it is highly specialized for being stimulated and then transmitting the stimulus very rapidly from one place to another. So when I say something and you people hear it, so your ears are stimulated. And then quickly, as soon as possible, this stimulation or this signal goes straight to your brain so that to process. Now, if my video is not on, and if any other person comes here and says, "Good evening, students," so you people will hear their voice also, and your brain will understand that it's not my voice, isn't it? Because now you
Yes,
people
ma'am.
have learned my
Yes,
voice.
ma'am.
So that is how quick the nervous tissue and its conduction is. Then we talked about
Yes.
the different parts of the neuron, wherein it has the cell body, it has the axon, and lastly there are the dendrites. Talking about the cell body, which is also called as the cyton. So it contains a nucleus, a very prominent showy nucleus, and it has a dense, meaning thick cytoplasm present in it. The axon is the long portion that comes out of the cell body. So it is the long part which is responsible for conducting the impulse from one neuron to another. Then there are dendrites. These are the branch projections that are sort of coming out of the cell body, and their information is to gather, like their function is to gather the information and bring it to the cell body.
Yes.
Now, all of you know that neuron is the largest, or you can say the longest cell of our body. It is the longest cell. Why? Because the length of one neuron is 1 meter. Imagine how long will it be. Now,
Yes.
many nerve fibers, they bound together by connective tissue and they make up a nerve. And the signal which passes through the nerves, it is called as the nerve impulse. Okay, the signal that passes through the nerve, we call it as the nerve impulse. Now, we know that all of the different kinds of movements, all of the activities that we do, they are highly coordinated, and the movement of muscles in the body, that is also because of the nerve impulse. Because if I ask you to raise your hand, you would think about raising your hand, and immediately the response will be sent to your hand so that you can use your muscles to raise your hand. The nervous system and the muscular system, they are coordinated along with the skeletal system. So they work in a very coordinated manner so as to produce a motion, so as to move from one place to another.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Then comes the functions of the nervous tissue, the last part of it. Now the nervous tissue receives and transmits the stimulus very rapidly from the sense organ or the receptors to the brain and the spinal cord in the form of impulses. That is information, or you can say signal. Now the message is interpreted by the brain and the response is then sent to the muscles. So first of all, The receptors or the sense organs, they receive the information, they send it to the brain. The brain sort of processes the information and then sends it back to the muscle. The response is sent back to the muscle.
Yes.
Now, what is the other thing? It helps to regulate the voluntary and the involuntary functions. Now, under voluntary functions, every single thing comes like movement, locomotion, all of those categories that are under our will, and involuntary are those that are not under our control. So, the
Yes.
functions of the nervous tissue is clear to you all.
Yes.
Any doubts?
Yes, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Now, you people can note it down.
After neuron will the chapter ends.
Yes, this is the last thing that is there in the
Okay.
chapter.
Ma'am, for my biology syllabus, it's still plant cell, plant tissue.
Okay, then it's very good.
Yes.
Ma'am, even for me, till plant tissues.
Okay, nice. That's really nice. What about you, Sophia?
Ma'am, yes, it was still there.
Till there only?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm done, ma'am.
You have your science exam on 29th September.
No, yes, ma'am.
Okay. And Astitva, when is yours?
Ma'am, October 8th.
October 8th. And Safiya, yours?
Ma'am, my exam is finished.
Oh, it's done.
Yeah.
Ma'am,
Okay.
and my exam will finish on October 6th.
Okay. So, you people are done till here? Noting it down?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Any-
ma'am.
No, not 8th, 9th, sorry. 9th October.
9th October. Okay. Done noting till here, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm done. Ma'am, done.
Okay, okay, I heard you. Wait.
Okay, ma'am.
Everyone's done?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Very good. Okay, students. Now, since we are through with the chapter, let us quickly revise, and we'll revise in the way we'll like I'll ask you questions, you'll answer. Okay, because you people have been revising side by side, isn't it? All of you are?
Oh, you will ask
No,
this
ma'am.
chapter?
No, ma'am.
No,
No,
you're not.
ma'am.
Why? But people have given the test for tissues also, isn't it?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
So, till what part in tissues have you people revised or learned?
Ma'am, a little plant tissue.
Only
Yes,
till
ma'am.
plant tissues?
Till plant tissue,
Everyone?
yes. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right.
Ma'am,
No problem. Yes.
you'll ask chapter 6 or chapter 5?
Hmm?
You'll ask this chapter or the before chapter? Fundamental
Both.
unit of life.
Both.
Both. Okay, ma'am.
I'll ask fundamental unit of life as well as I'll ask tissue, still plant tissue. I'll not ask anything. I'll try to ask something from animal tissues, but I'll see how much you people remember. Okay? Take it very light-heartedly. It's not a test. It's nothing. It's just me asking you questions and seeing how much you people remember. Okay?
Okay.
Ready? Okay. I'll start asking by taking names. Okay. First question is common. What is the fundamental unit of life?
Ma'am, okay.
It's a common question. All of you can answer. What is the fundamental unit of life?
Ma'am, fundamental means basic and important unit of life.
Yeah. What is it?
Cell.
Cell. The rest of you, you people see, everyone unmute your mics. Everyone unmute your mics and
Yes,
be
ma'am.
ready to answer. Okay. Because once you have to unmute and then you speak, till then the other person has already answered. So all of you be ready, be active. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the next question is, now this question is to Safia. Safia, you tell me, who gave the cell theory?
Rachel?
Hmm? No, no. Who gave the cell theory? Astitva, you tell me, who gave the cell theory?
Yes, ma'am. I think it is,
Hmm?
what was his name? I forgot.
Don't worry about the pronunciation. Say anything. I'll know if you're right.
Uh, The order is K1. I don't know how to say his name.
Clyden and Swan, right?
Yeah,
This is
Yes,
what you
yeah,
were
yes.
saying? Hmm.
yeah, Slyden and Swan. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Tejas, tell me, what did Rudolph Virchow told?
Ma'am, Rudolf Virchow told that like every cell grows
Hmm.
from pre-existing cell.
Yes. Okay. Now tell me, Astitva, the next question is to you.
Yes,
Is
ma'am.
the cell theory applicable to all the organisms, or is there
Yes, ma'am.
any exception?
Yes, ma'am. I couldn't hear you. Can you tell again?
Yeah, the question is the cell theory applicable to all the organisms, or is there any exception?
Uh, is
Ma'am, can I
Tell me.
answer?
Yes,
Wait,
ma'am. Let
I'll
me
come.
think.
Okay, ma'am.
Uh, yes, ma'am. It is. I think it is applicable to all. Yeah.
Yes, it is applicable to all. You are right. But is there any exception?
Exception. I, no. No, ma'am.
Tejas, tell me.
Ma'am, like cell theory is applicable to all, but there is exception to viruses.
Yes. The cell theory is not applicable to virus. Astitva, can you
Yes,
tell
ma'am.
me why?
Viruses.
Yes, why viruses are like do not have like they like cell theory is not applicable to them?
Ma'am, cell theory is not applicable to them because they are dead cells. Like when they come out of the
Hmm.
body, they'll be dead.
Yes. Okay. Just give me 1 second, students. Just 1 second.
Okay, ma'am.
All right. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm. So tell me, the next question is okay. The next question is okay. I'll ask some questions from plant tissues now. Sorry. Astitva, tell me, what is
Yes,
the
ma'am.
basis of division of the plant tissues?
Yes, ma'am.
Like we
What is
divide plant. Yeah. What is the basis of division of plant tissue?
basis of division of plant tissue, right?
Hmm.
So, the basis.
So what are the two types of plant tissues?
Ma'am, can I
Plant
answer?
tissues.
No. Tejas?
Ma'am, complex and permanent.
No. Meristematic and permanent.
Oh, that.
And the basis, what is the basis of plant tissue, Safia?
Ma'am, basis like the site like apical meristem and
No. The
oh,
basis of the division of the plant tissue is that it is divided into two types, meaning simple and permanent, on the basis of their ability of division. Meristematic tissues can divide all their life. Permanent
yes, ma'am.
tissues do not divide.
Yes, they lose
Okay.
their ability.
Yes. All right. Now, after that, tell me, what are the three types of meristematic tissue depending upon their location?
Ma'am, apical meristem, lateral meristem, intercalary meristem. Apical meristem is at the tip of the tip of the stem and roots, whereas lateral meristem it is in the radial portion of the stem and root. Intercalary meristem is found at the internodes of the base of the leaf.
Okay, tell me which one, which meristematic tissue of the plant is responsible for the growth of plant in terms of thickness?
Ma'am, lateral.
Lateral.
Which one increases the length of the plant?
Apical.
Apical.
Okay. Now, tell me, what do you mean? What is the difference between simple permanent and complex permanent tissues?
Simple permanent and
Complex permanent.
Ma'am, simple permanent tissue.
Say. What is the difference in between them?
difference.
Tell me the basic difference in between them. How are they, like, you people know that there are different types of tissues, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So what is the difference in between them? You people said that your plant tissue was prepared and you have given test on it also.
Ma'am, simple permanent tissue or permanent tissue and complex permanent tissue.
Simple permanent tissue, complex permanent tissue. What is the difference in between?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, simple permanent tissue is made up of one cell.
Hmm.
And,
And complex permanent tissue? They're just made up of one
ma'am,
cell.
the
Ma'am.
complex permanent tissue is
Yes.
made up of different types of cell.
Ma'am, similar permanent tissue consists of similar types of cells that what was that perform similar functions, whereas complex permanent tissue consists of several cells that perform various functions within the tissue.
Ma'am, and example for a simple permanent tissue is collenchyma and sclerenchyma. And for complex permanent tissues, xylem and phloem.
Phloem and phloem.
Then what about parenchyma? Where does it come?
Ma'am, it comes in the simple permanent tissue.
Okay, Astitva, tell me which one of the simple permanent tissue is the hardest or dead?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Which of the simple permanent tissue is dead?
Sclerenchyma.
Sclerenchyma. Okay. And which one is the living tissue responsible for storage?
Parenchyma.
Parenchyma.
Parenchyma, correct.
Yes.
Okay. Now tell me, what are the four components of xylem, Tejas?
Ma'am, xylem ma'am, it transports
Components, tell me components. not function,
Okay.
component.
Ma'am, sieve tube is in phloem, right?
Yes. Tejas, sorry, Sitva, you tell me.
Ma'am, in xylem is
Ma'am,
can you hear me? Okay, ma'am. In xylem, they what can it be? In xylem, there is tracheids, vessels, xylem fibers, and xylem parenchyma. And in phloem, phloem. Okay, in phloem and xylem, yeah, phloem it's sieve tubes, companion cells, phloem fibers, and phloem parenchyma.
Okay. What is the function of companion cell?
Yes, ma'am. Function of
What is the
companion
function?
cells. The functions.
ma'am, they have definite and prominent nucleus.
True. What is their function? Why are they named as companion? Why not any other name? Why their name is companion cell?
Ma'am, they work with all of other cells.
All of other cells?
Yes.
No. No. The reason why they are known as companion cells, it's because the sieve tubes, they do not have their own nucleus. So they work with the help of the companion cells, and that is the reason why, that's the only reason why the companion cells, they contain much properly, you can say nucleus.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Now all of you have given, like, taken the test for plant tissues.
Yes, ma'am.
Tejas, you?
Yes, ma'am.
Then why doesn't it feel like that you people have taken the test? Why are you people so lost? Are you people facing any problems?
No, ma'am. We
No,
forgot
Then,
ma'am.
sometimes.
then you
No,
forget.
ma'am. I
Yes,
was
ma'am.
revising for other subjects, so I forgot.
Okay, you were revising for. See, students, you have to take all the subjects together, isn't it?
Yes,
Don't
ma'am.
pay attention more to one subject and less to other. Pay equal attention to all the subjects.
Ma'am,
Also,
Yes, ma'am.
one more question. This is to everyone in the class. I hope none of you use unfair means during the test.
And
no,
what,
ma'am.
ma'am?
Any unfair means during the test, like
No,
uh,
ma'am.
googling your the questions asked in the test and then copying it down from the internet?
No, ma'am.
Only one student is saying no. What about you? You don't? You use, Tejas? You use unfair means?
No.
Ma'am, I do it in front of my parents. So yeah, of course, no.
See, okay. See, the reason why I'm asking this and I'm saying this is because, students, this test is to see how much you've learned, isn't it? It's not your report card. It's not going to, you can say, hamper your result or anything of that sort. You are here to learn, isn't it? And the
Yes,
best
ma'am.
thing is that you people will, once you, like, see, honesty, you people know this quotation, right? Honesty is the best policy. All of you
Yes,
know
ma'am.
that? And it
Yes.
truly is. So I believe in all of you that none of you use unfair means. I know that my students are excellent students. I know that by heart. So what you people do now, what I mean to say by this is that even if you do not know any question that is in the test, any question, okay, even if there is a chance that you will get 3 on 30, 3 marks on 30, still